When he joined early last summer, he was very excited. He just missed our window for the 2023 race scholarship application. He said, "What can I do to be more competitive for 2024?" And I just told him, "Well, dig into Sporty's ground school," and he did. And last October, a year ago, he took his written and got a 93% before he ever touched an airplane. So we'll talk more about his situation in a second, but he's working on getting his medical before he can start flying. These other two guys were already flying. They both interviewed for the race scholarship here, and not everybody can win, but luckily very shortly after that was awarded, we got the good news that we had an anonymous donor willing to fund scholarships for all the rest of these guys. And so we've been paying for their flying ever since. Both Cody and Ethan have been flying their butt off for the last couple of months ever since we made the award. To give you an idea, I forget who, but one of them has spent about $3,000 already. Another one spent $4,000. So that's good. You'd be amazed how fast you can burn money taking private pilot lessons nowadays. And so I think they're pretty happy to be. So with that, you've got to sit back down, and Sean, you can stay up here. We'll do these in alphabetical order for fairness, of course. And we'll start with Sean. I'm going to ask the mentor for each of their individuals to come up, and then at a point in time, I'll ask the parents to come up as well. I volunteered to be Sean's mentor because I went through a whole rigmarole with the FAA medical last spring to regain my medical after my heart surgery a year ago. And so I felt like I really had an extra passion to try to help him get through the same battle. And he's doing a better job than I did, because he's like a dog with a bone in his mouth. He is not letting go of FAA medical until they hand him a medical certificate. And he's been fighting it for quite a while. I want to give a quick recap on where you're at with that and how things are looking.
Yeah, so 10 years ago, almost 11 years now, I was diagnosed with type 1 diabetes, which up until pretty much 2020, that was kind of a, you can't fly if you're diabetic. But you can now through the special issuance process. It's just a very tedious process. They have it set up such that a first class medical is actually faster to get if you get the right appointments and everything. But due to some confusion and very little information out there, I was handed a piece of paper that said, you know, these are the requirements for a first class medical, but they're all optional. So be prepared for the FAA to ask you for these, but don't actually spend any money until they do. 4 months later, they got the initial review done and said, oh no, that entire paper is required. And as some of you probably know, doctors are booked up in this area like crazy, 4-6 months out. So I got doctor's appointments scheduled as soon as I could, had some trouble getting others. But I finally just recently downgraded to a third class because it's been such a long delay. The first class is no longer, you know, it's not going to take any less time, and the third class is a lot easier to get, a lot fewer appointments. So still waiting on the third class. I've got appointments at the very end of October, and it's basically I just got to go in with all the paperwork, have my endocrinologist say, you know, he's good here, he's good here, he's good here, send that into the FAA, and they should be good. It's a very long waiting process because I can't get appointments, you know, closer than 3 months out. So
okay, good recap. So here's a guy you can't not support. So that's why we included him. Hopefully he'll be taking lessons here by the holidays. I fully expect, if not Thanksgiving, then Christmas. And he's not yet 20 years old, and he will graduate from college. That's a PCC, or a community college, or a Christian college over there, next summer at the age of 20. So he's a go-getter. He's doing everything way faster than the norm. And we know that just how he did on the written exam and everything, that when he starts lessons, he's going to be smoking and we'll have the money to support it. So that's the plan. So Sean, you have your parents with you. Will you please come up here? And then we'll give you a few items here. So I think we ran out of hats. I don't know if you got one, but I know you won't have one that's monogram with your name on it there. So once again,
so I can steal it. That's mine.
And our traditional award of the big check here.
Oh, nice.
So Sean, $11,000 as of today from our chapter for private pilot flight training, courtesy of an anonymous donor within chapter 485. So if you will hang on to that, and congratulations in getting your anonymous scholarship. I will just mention that I think I mentioned this a couple months ago when we actually informally talked about it. But they all signed a contract. All of these scholarship recipients, they sign it and say, "I'm going to fly at least, try to fly 2 times a week." Their flight instructor signed it. Their mentor signed it if they're under 18 years old, and so we're holding their feet to the fire just like we do for the race scholarship winners. So once again, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Okay, next up, by virtue of being SM instead of ST, would be Ethan Smith. Ethan, you've already met earlier, and he's well on his way. How about a quick recap on where you're flying at right now?
So right now, I'm preparing to get my solo cross country done. I was supposed to do it probably 2 weeks ago, but due to some weather and problems with my CFI going on vacation, I wasn't able to. So hopefully I can get my solo cross country done by tomorrow. Possibly, probably do a recap flight today. I'm gonna ask him if, hey, can we just do a longer flight him in row, and then just do touch-and-goes, and then I'll be ready to do my solo cross country, because I was, full steam ahead, ready to get my cross country done, and then I never got to fly. I was like, oh man, I was bummed out about that, but excited to get that done. So
Okay. Once again, little hat with your name on it there.
thank you.
There you go. And who is with you, Ethan?
My parents.
Parents, come on up, please. I would mention too that just since our last monthly meeting, we've given Ethan and Sophia as well, and Cody, ground school to the tune of 1 5-hour session, another 2.5-hour session, and I took 2 of them up in the 182, and we focused purely on VOR work. And so that's some of the mentoring that we're offering as a chapter to these guys to help get them ready. So here you go, Ethan. The same deal. And once again, we don't trust you really, so there's no account number and no. We can't spend it. We'll control the money. That's the way it is. And congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, Cody Stebbins and family. And come on up here, parents, please. All right, Cody, there you go, your personalized monogram model. I don't even have one of those. I am so jealous. There you go. And since you're last in line, I think you can get to take the cardboard box with you.
It's worth more than check.
Same deal, 11,000 buckaroos. Congratulations. All right.
So what's Cody? You want to tell us something?
Yeah, so right now we're just doing our checklist to solo. So the ground maneuvers and everything like that, and then once those are done, I'm gonna be able to solo. And then Sporties is coming along, so I'm gonna hopefully get the written out of the way. That's the biggest problem. So that's where I stand at the moment.
I challenged all of them by the middle of October to take their written exam. And that's why we pumped them up early and all of that. So they're at different stages of flying, but we just don't want to let that written disappear in the rearview mirror. And we're doing everything we can there. So congratulations and
Sir.
thank you.